Hey, YouTube, Facebook, fuck your scenes. They can pay for media. Any side I might get this on. This Ken Span against I'm with Kublai Khan. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves? Tell us a bit about you.
I'm Nolan. I play guitar.
My name's Matthew. I do vocals.
My name's Isaac. I play the drums.
Corey. I play bass.
So how the band first get started?
Do what?
So how the band first get started?
Well, pretty much, I'm the only original member, and we started in 2009. And whenever we started, we all lived in Texas, so it was everybody's from Texas. But recently, we've had this guy moved from Fort Worth, and we had our buddy. He came from California. So it started. I mean, we broke up for a little bit when we got back together. We just had to cycle through some numbers. We had some people leave recently and stuff, but we're still going. So
Great to hear. So where did y'all pick the band name out from?
it's a poem.
Oh, okay.
And in the poem, the guy that wrote it, he was tripping on opium, and he was basically explaining paradise. And I mean, it's kind of like up for interpretation. Like you can take it as like a really like grotesque point of view, or you can see it as like, man, this is really like artistic and beautiful and stuff. But either way, we just took that name because being in a band and being on the road and stuff like that, like that's our paradise. So we basically just took that name as another name for paradise, for what we're trying to do. You know, this is what gives us freedom. So that's why we chose that name.
That's cool. I just assumed it was the Mongol leader.
Yeah, that's what a bunch of people say.
So y'all have what, one EP recorded?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, we recorded the Youthful EP in the end of 2009, and we released it in 2010, or like beginning of 2010. That's pretty much all we've done. Since then, we've released 2 singles that'll be on the next album once we get around to it. So
That'll be soon. We're working on it.
So tell us about the current tour. Go on.
yeah, we've been out for, I think this is day 4, day 3 or 4 with Denouncer from Florida and Carrier Ghost. They're from Houston. So we've been friends with Carrier Ghost for a while, so it's nice. And started in Houston, made its way out to Florida. Now we're in Alabama, just sort of heading back through the east, the Mid-East. And, I mean, it's been good so far. All the shows have been a lot of fun, a lot of kids. Everyone's having a good time. So none of us have hit any major bumps so far. So hope it stays that way.
So anything particularly memorable happened yet?
I mean, basically all we have to do is just make memories, you know what I mean? I would like to believe that everything we're doing and every night, every show, even just talking to kids, like, would be memorable. You know what I mean? Like, it is kind of hard because it's different living in a small town and living in a town where you know everybody's name and, you know, everybody knows everything about you. And then you get thrown into this world where it's just a bunch of chaos. You're in a new place every night, you know what I mean? And you get to meet all these new people, and it's kind of overwhelming, especially like I said, you know, being from a small town. But this is our excitement, you know what I mean? This is what gets us out. This is our escape, you know what I mean? So everything's pretty memorable for us. Because when we go back home, there's not really anything else going on. So
MMORPGs.
So how do you describe the band's sound to anybody watching that hasn't heard you yet?
I'd just say aggressive.
Yeah,
I was actually
pretty visceral.
I was actually a fan before I joined, you know, and that's always how I define Kublai Khan, just really aggressive.
Yeah. Pissed.
we got a lot to
we
say,
were both fans.
so we just try and put it out in our music, you know what I mean? Because it's violent music, but it's violent because, you know, we're driven with passion, not because we're just out for blood, you know what I mean? And I hope, you know, with what we say in between songs and just the way we carry ourselves, that, you know, that kind of translate and the kids understand that, you know, what we're about. It may be pissed off and it may be aggressive, but it's for a reason. Everything we're saying has some sort of backbone with it, you know what I mean? It's not just to just go ahead and hurt kids or just to go ahead and be malicious towards society, you know what I'm saying?
Not Camel Corpse. So here's some of y'all's biggest influences.
Oh man, we could go down the line.
All 4 of us come from like completely different like backgrounds. Like, this guy's in a bunch of hardcore. I listen to just indie folk, he's into hip hop, and then this guy's in a bunch of chaos music, like Chariot and Converge and stuff. So
You get a little bit from everything.
yeah, we get all sorts of influence.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think it works out because it creates, creates our sound, which I feel like I'm pretty happy with. So coming from all these different areas, like I feel like it creates kind of a little unique sound.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
For as much tension as there is as far as like all of us want to pull in a different direction,
Yeah.
whenever we finally get something together and it all comes mixed together, like it's all something we can all be happy with. You know what I mean? And that's what's most important to us and stuff. It's the differences are what make us stronger. You know what I mean? So.
It's amazing. There's so few like really heavy bands I like anymore.
Yeah. There's not a lot of heavy bands around in general anymore.
Yeah, not really. So, what can we expect from y'all in the near future?
We got a couple more tours coming up in the next couple weeks. We're starting a tour with Murder, Death, Kill, and Deserters, and it starts up in Canada. We have a few Canada dates on that tour, so that'll be exciting for us because we've never been to Canada. After that, we got a couple more. We have one more tour lined up for this year, and we're just working on booking up 2013. Just trying to stay on the road as long as possible, and hopefully release a new album sometime in the early next year. Also, so
Yeah. Working on it.
If we survive.
It's a long process, you know.
Yeah.
We live in different states. We don't live too far apart, but it's still with schedules, having to work and try and keep, your girlfriend, your social life, whatever it may be, plus leaving for large chunks of time. Like it really does interfere with, our lives. But then again, we've made this our lives, so everything we do is working towards this one goal of, this right now. So we're stoked on it, you know what I mean?
It's here, so, like anything's not a funny question, but anything you want to plug before you? Anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, basically, the one thing that, I would like to say is that with everything we're doing, it's kind of like I said before, that I want kids to understand what we're about. We grew up listening to bands, like Remembering Never and Bury Your Dead and like Rage Against the Machine and stuff like that. Bands that had stuff to say and they were out to do something, not just for themselves, but just to, spread messages that get overlooked by society. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that the media may cut out, stuff that people don't like thinking about because it pushes them out of their comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm not sitting here trying to sound like we're being a bunch of heroes or some shit, because we're not. We're still learning just like everybody else every single day. But this is just the one thing in our lives that I would like to say, collectively as a whole, that gives us some sort of clarity in a world that isn't clear at all. So we just want kids out there to know that that's all we're about. Like, talk to us about it. Like, if you got something on your mind, we're fucking dudes, you know what I mean? Just like, let us know, talk to us. Like, we're all down to make memories and make friends, because when we go back to our everyday lives, we go back to our jobs, we go back to the things that we hate, you know what I'm saying? Just to make this work. So, I mean, that's me. If there's anybody else that's got anything else to say, like.
I pretty much hit it on the head.
You got it.
Yes, that's what it summed up. So if you had to pick, what's a particularly crazy thing y'all have seen or experienced at a show, on the road, something really stands out to y'all?
I flipped our trailer once.
Yeah, I saw those pictures.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Scariest thing.
That was a big mess.
We
And then-
weren't in the band yet. We didn't get to experience that.
Yeah, and then
Thank goodness.
I destroyed another
Oh,
trailer.
we both weren't.
Yeah, I destroyed another trailer before that, so we don't use one anymore.
Both of which were in
Much better
Kansas.
without it.
Kansas, we
Yeah,
had
both
bad
in
luck
Kansas.
with trailers, so we refused to ever pull a trailer in Kansas.
Was it just like tipped over in the middle of the road or something?
Yeah, we were stuck in the middle of the road. The trailer was just on its side, like traffic. It was a one-way street. Like there was traffic backed up. There was a fire truck coming.
Yeah, the scariest part, we had to get it out of the way because that fire truck wasn't going to stop. They didn't give a
Yeah.
shit about where we were going.
All the gear was fine. There was like I had to get a new hitch for the trailer. Like simple fix though, no problems. But yeah, when we finished the tour, like we just kept going. We just flipped it back over and kept going. So
We just looked like jackasses. That was the biggest problem.
I did. You guys didn't, but
That diary. We have a diary, and there's just one entry that says, Today I flipped the trailer.
That's it.
Because all the other logs are just like pages and pages, you know what I'm saying? That was the one thing
I
that
had to say.
That was
I
one
was
full
just saying,
entry.
you know. Yeah.
I can't believe a fire truck came up behind y'all. The
Yeah, I
ones-
mean,
Yeah,
at
at
all
all
things that could
times,
happen.
like- Of all times to come through that street, it was just right when our trailer was flipping over.
On a one-way, like you said. And they weren't going to stop. We had some hope in our head that maybe they'll slow down if they see us, and they were just like, nope.
We had like 3 guys flipping over, and I run up to the front and pull it forward enough to get it out of the way.
It was like a scene out of Speed, because it was like full ass just wow. You know
And all
what
our
I'm saying?
gear's just laying in the middle of the street, like stacked up in the street. Like, it was mad.
So it could have been worse, you know what I mean? We could have flipped that whole car, we could have got hit by a fire truck. They probably had far more important things to do than hit our trailer, you know what I'm saying? So.
We haven't had anything that crazy happen to
Yeah,
all
not
of
the
us
past
yet.
year or
Not
so.
to the new.
Which I'm stoked on.
It's great. It's
I don't want
great.
to blow up and flip our trailer, so. But yeah, I mean, that's probably it.
Well, that's it for me.
Hey, thank you, we appreciate it.
Thank you. It was awesome.
Thank you.
So glad y'all came back so soon. I missed y'all the first time.
Yeah, I mean,
The show was fun.
I think, yeah, we
This
got on that
this
show.
venue sounds awesome.
We got on that first
This is
show
great.
last minute with King Conquer
Oh yeah.
and the World Renew. And,
It was awesome.
yeah, it was. I mean, it was a great show.
I got there
Tons of kids
15
here.
minutes after y'all were
The
done.
sound
I'm
here
so
was
mad.
great. I'm just glad we got to come back because this place is fun.
especially to the exact same venue,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They bought us pizza and water, and like,
Yeah, this
it's
is
cool to
awesome.
see people that take care of each other, you know what I mean? So we're thankful, you know.
It's awesome.
The Oreos Pizzeria in Southside.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Good pizza.
It's
Oh,
so
Really
good.
good.
That's his place of employment.
That's good pizza. You know?
Really appreciate it.
Don't
Thank
get
you for
tired.
making good pizzas.
Product placement. You know what I'm saying? Go eat
Yeah,
that.
so tell your boss that we plugged you.
Alright.
It was a pleasure, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
man.
you
We
very
really
much.
appreciate it. Thank you.